Number 12. Work out the volume of a cuboid, 6 centimeters by 4 by 2. You should remember a cuboid looks like a box, and to find the volume is the area of cross section, which is like a rectangle, which is length times width or base times height, and then you times it by the third dimension. So the quick way of remembering for a box, a cuboid, is length times width times height. So for this question, I'm doing 6 times 4 times 2. 6 fours are 24, 24 twos are 48. So the volume of that cuboid is 48 centimeters cubed. Question number 13, solving equations. I got 2x, take away 1 equals 10. When you solve an equation, you imagine that's a 7 bridge, and every time it goes over the other side, it changes, okay? So the opposite of take away is add. So the minus 1 goes over and becomes add, so it becomes 10, add 1. So 2x is 11, and then you divide by the number in front of x. So 11 divided by 2 is 5.5, 5.5. Question number 13, 3x plus 17 equals 14. So this is going to give me a minus answer. It's the same method as the other one. That's the bridge. The plus 17 changes and goes over the other side. So the opposite of plus 17 is take away 17. So 14 take away 17 is minus 3. And then I divide by the number in front of x. So minus 3 divided by 3 is minus 1. Question 15. Nth term. When you work an nth term out, you work out what's it going up in each time. So I got 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. So that's going up in 3s. So my formula is 3n. So my first term would be 3 times 1 is 3. But that's not 3, it's 2. My second term, 3 2s are 6, which is 6. So my formula is giving me one number higher each time. So how do I get from 3 to 2? I take away 1. So it's 3 times 1 take away 1 is 2. 3 times 2 take away 1 is 5. Right, this is the same kind of topic, but in a different way. If the nth term of a sequence is 2n plus 3, so it means 2 times n plus 3, what is the third term? So third, the only number I can see in third is a 3. All right, so I'm replacing the n with a 3. If I said 10th term, I'd be replacing it with 10. If I said the 100th term, I'd replace it with 100. So it's 2 times 3, add 3. 2 3s are 6, add 3 is 9. Question 17, exactly the same. Y is equal to 2x minus 3. Replace the x when they want to find it when x is 2. So x is 2, so that x is replaced with a 2. So y becomes 2 times 2, take away 3. So 2 2s are 4, take away 3 is 1. Right, number 18, I remember doing straight line graphs at the end of year 10, okay? What you're doing with straight line graphs, you should realise it's about gradients and where it cuts the axis. If I drew a line, this is the y-axis, and the number on the end tells me where it cuts that axis. All right, and the number in front of x tells me how steep it is. So for every one number I'm going across, how much I'm doing. So how we used to write it was y equals mx plus c. That is the gradient, the number in front of x, which is the steepness of the line. And that is where it cuts. It's called the intercept. It's where it cuts this line, the y-axis. So for this question here, y equals 4x minus 1. It's asking me the gradient. So the gradient is the number in front of x. So all you say in there is 4. So that's it. It's just the number in front of x. And it cut the line at minus 1 there. So all it's asking for is, what is the gradient? The gradient is the number in front of x.